I absolutely love that intro scene.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
How are y'all doing this evening?
Better
Doing
now.
great.
Awake.
I'm great. I got a 3-day weekend. I'm cool.
No, yeah. Same here. 3-day weekend here.
I get holiday pay.
Sorry, that was me.
I'm awake.
Sith, if you still want this, he does not have his little harness piece, so probably do about $5. He's got his gun and everything. He just doesn't have the chest piece, the harness.
Okay.
That's what he's missing. So,
I'll do $5.
all right. Because honestly, since I got the retro car one, I did not really have a need for this one. So
that can be his the other Duke's younger brother.
Dookie Duke.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call him. Luke and Duke.
Dookie.
All right. What's going on?
Not much.
Where did JB go? Like literally,
it's like he doesn't.
he just waited for the show to start so that he could just walk away.
Party on
You
Darth.
know what? If he's not going to be here, then I mean, that's just. If he's just going to walk away right at the beginning of the chat, why is he on the show? Oh, there he is.
when your wife calls, you got to answer. Come on now. We all know when the wife calls, you got to answer her. Otherwise, she'll break your door down.
We don't know that.
I do. Mine will.
Get your balls out of your wife's purse and put them back where they belong.
So unprofessional.
I mean, Sid.
Granted, the whole show is unprofessional, so I don't really.
We're not professional. We're not.
No.
We're nowhere near professional.
Oh, look what I got today.
What?
My sticker.
Is it a toy?
Oh,
sweet. Nice.
I was ordering stickers for the other channel.
I got a spot for it right there.
Ooh, it's a big stick. It's like 6. I think it's like 6 inches long, and we are talking about the sticker.
6 inches is big, huh?
But yeah, I was ordering some stickers for the other channel, and it was like adding stuff. It was stuff that was on sale at Sticker App. So I was like, well, I'll order some for. I only ordered like 20 stickers. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick them on my motorcycle. So, but I got my stickers in.
The sun's coming in. It's like messing with my camera. It's like so.
It gives you an angelic glow from below.
It catches the beard and it's like glows.
Are you pregnant? You're glowing.
Stand up and turn sideways.
It kind of looked like that.
How many weeks are you?
About 42 years, 8 months,
Yo.
16 days.
But yeah, I'll try to get this sent out to you, Sith, and I'll give you my PayPal, and you can mess with there, and I'll get it shipped out to you by Monday, if nothing don't happen.
You mean Tuesday? It can be really hard to ship anything on Monday.
Oh, really?
It's a holiday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. More day.
Well, we all just said we have 3-day weekends this week.
My brain is going 100 miles an hour. I've been working on getting stuff together for a few days.
JB not listening? That's unheard of.
And in case everybody else doesn't know, my wife is pregnant. So she's been driving me up the wall with that too. So
Really? Whose is it?
It's Classic Man's.
Oh!
Emotional, damn it!
I am offended, sir.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Oh,
Even the monkey.
Let the good times roll. Anyway, What did everybody get this week? Anybody get anything?
I did.
I got quite a few things.
Here, how about Sid? Did you get anything?
I did. I got a couple.
All
I
right.
got multiple.
What'd you get?
Front and center.
Yep.
I did pick up the Spider-Man 3
Bully.
Bully McGuire.
Someone play the
Spider-Man.
Bully McGuire theme. Quick.
No, it's copyrighted.
I almost didn't pick it up because I actually really hate the No Way Home Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's the exact same figure, but for some reason in black it's better.
I told you.
But it's got a new upper torso, so
Well,
I told you that if for some reason it looked better when we showed the pictures. Like, it looked better in black than it did
mhm.
the way
And-
it was.
Bully McGuire is like the best character in any movie ever, so I had to pick it up.
yeah, I found a black suited body now. So.
I got the Vintage Collection Jedi Legend
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
That's the one from the series, right?
It's the one from the series where he looks like he's supposed to look like in the book, the Obi-Wan book. But it's the look he had right at the very end before he went bye-bye to the Gentleman Waste. I also got Jack T, Jedi Master.
Nice.
She got a good cloth goods cape, or robes and everything. Looks pretty good. Although she has a hood that would be
That ain't gonna
physically-
work.
It's impossible to use.
ain't gonna be possible to use, but it looks fun. She looks good.
You might.
You could just
could
tuck
you,
the thing in the bag.
pull the robe partially off and pull it up over top of the tendril.
Yeah, but she's the Togruta.
Oh,
It was
she's still
cool.
got the horn spikes too, though. So
Yeah, she was cool. I liked her long before. What's her name?
Ahsoka.
And got the Revenge of the Sith Kit Fisto,
Kit Fisto.
which is
Nice.
a throwback because I had the original Black Series Revenge of the Sith Kit Fisto.
I need a
When I was a
Kit
kid.
Fisto. I've got his ship, but I don't have him.
And lastly, I did pick up Phantasm.
You got a pair of legs. You bought a pair of legs.
I got a pair of legs and I got a free figure with them. So
Phantom's got legs and knows how to use them.
he does. He does.
He poses with holding the
She.
peg and beating somebody with the legs.
It's a she-he-it. It's a shit.
Walmart had the Bane and the Poison Ivy. I may end up going and picking them up, but I gotta find the robot Batman if I'm gonna finish them out.
Arigato, Mr. Robot.
Yep, that's all I got. I was gonna have Hot Toys, but they got delayed until tomorrow.
I got some stuff, probably 4 things. So I got, first off, I bought more of those Galaxy model kits. So I got one from the G1 rollout. So I got one of those. And then I got one from the Transformers 1 movie. So I'll be
Very
doing
nice.
those. Be doing those. And then I picked this up, the 6-inch Superman movie figure.
I see somebody posted a review on that recently.
Yeah, I wonder who.
I unapologetically love that little figure.
Hmm.
It's
And then I
pretty
did-
freaking cool, man.
And this was a surprise. I found this at my Walmart, hiding behind some other figures, and I found Knuckles from the Sonic movie with fisted hands.
Nice.
So
All we see is glare.
there you go. Is that better?
There you go.
Okay. But that's all I got. And I reviewed Sonic
Is
and
it
Shadow
my turn?
last week. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I got retro carded, rock and roll.
Woo!
It looks good. You don't have the
That's
tattoo,
cool, right?
It's all green. One thing, I'm going to repaint the eyebrows. They painted the eyebrows like jet black. When he's blonde, it kind of so it looks weird.
Hmm.
They should be like a lighter brown when you do. But he's almost got a unibrow too, so I might have to strip him and then repaint him myself. Also got. Oh, and Amazon mailed these in like paper bags, so they're all warped. Apparently, they're mailing everybody's stuff in paper bags. I got the Retro Park Mind Bender. I'm curious to see if this one, if the cape is doing the staining like the SDC one. The SDC one, the cape would actually like the ink was bleeding onto the figure. So we'll see if this one does it. I replaced the cape on that one on like Parker Customs. Made this really good replacement vest cape for it. Picked up while she was on sale. I have no desire whatsoever for this character. I bought her for $16 for these electrical effects, so I can give my custom Ultraverse electrocute some extra lightning effects. I'll find this will be fodder somewhere. I find it interesting that the
good buck at least.
Oh yeah, it's a great buck. It's got the double jointed elbows, bicep swivels. It's the new female buck. It's a good body. I find it interesting. Very angry face in the artwork. Happy smiley face on the figure. To make the artwork match the figure. You would think. Yeah. Speaking of arigato, Mr. Roboto. We got the new Turnia Roboto. Which
Nice.
I missed out on the original. I have a custom Roboto on my Masterworks Universe Classics shelf. And so I bought this one as a replacement, but I see it's got a smudge on his chest. I hope, and it's transparent plastic, so I hope that wipes off. It looks like there's like a hazy spot right on the front and center of the chest. That's my luck. And we've got Catra. Comes her with her transforming into the cat form, which should be like as big as her, but it's like a little house cat version of her. We got Leech. And he's got suction cup hands and feet.
Ooh. Gonna suction so many cups.
Yeah. And we got Faker He-Man.
I got that one.
So,
I customized mine though.
that is all I have. I am going to open this up and check out the chest. Is there a reason why I'm still on focus? The box.
Matt is actually gone. He said, "Be right back."
Oh, that's why.
That's why you're still on focus. Yeah.
Well, this one's going back to Amazon. That
What's wrong with
is the chest is. No, I'll go back on the full screen. Let's see. Right there.
Oh, that is awful.
That won't come off. That cape, you can see it right there.
Yeah, that's awful.
It's defective. Goes back in the box and goes back to Amazon.
By the way, didn't you get your damaged packaging issue sorted out, Jared?
What?
Remember the one you remember from? You said your packaging got damaged.
I just issued a return and tell him
Okay.
exactly what happened. The idiot thought it was the Amazon delivery. I don't know if he's being cute or just a moron.
Mm.
Gave my package to my dog, who's a puppy. Took the delivery picture with the package in her mouth.
Well,
I was like, so I just told return your driver, your delivery person, gave my package to my dog who ate it.
mm.
It was a new phone case, phone case for my cousin's new phone.
Oh,
So, yeah. So, Amazon people are dumb.
Chucky, Soul, You're Mine.
So, yeah, that's going back.
so for the model kits I got Thundercracker for the Galaxy version rollout, and then for the one I got Wheeljack from the Transformers 1 Galaxy set. So I got their heads together, so yeah, their heads. Thundercracker's just a repaint, just a recolor of Starscream, and Wheeljack's just a actual his own character. I don't mind them throwing repaints in a wave. Like, they got better after the second wave came out. They stopped doing a bunch of repaints, but this first wave they did a lot of them, a lot of recolors.
Batman really likes his girlfriends broad-shouldered.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like,
I've never liked that whole trope where the woman's wearing an outfit that makes her look like proportions of a dude and still be able to be athletic.
Yeah.
Remember they
wearing the suit thing can be understandable, but still being able to move and do acrobatics, that's a little far-fetched.
But Andrea Beaumont wasn't that acrobatic in this costume. I mean, she just basically walked forward and
I mean, she did make a return. They had her appear in at the end of Justice League, like for Batman Beyond, when Amanda Waller was telling Terry about his origin and how he was Bruce Wayne's biological son.
mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool.
Mask of the Phantasm's one of those movies that I don't care how many copies I own. If I see a new format, I buy it. 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, VHS.
Transformers the movie, the 86 movie is like that for me. It's like, got a few copies of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which I even saw like when they brought back the theaters. But what was a bummer is like they didn't show a high-res like remastered copy in the theater. Went to go see it. It's like, this is not as good as the original release.
That's how I felt on Revenge of the Sith when it just came out. It wasn't as high res as my 4K Blu-ray copy that I have.
I think they're just running like damn Blu-rays or DVDs on some of these things when they're doing the.
Like I could have watched it at home in higher resolution, better sound. I mean, it was fun to see it in theaters again, but a little disappointed. Audio in the theater kept cutting out too. That was annoying. You think that's funny, JB? You think it's funny when I experience pain?
No, it reminds me of when I took. I booked a private theater for me and my wife for our anniversary last year, and
wow.
And what we watched was the first movie we saw together on our first date, which was Men in Black 4. That was the first movie we saw together. So we tried to watch that. When they started it, the guy who was running the projector, he couldn't get the audio working. So we had to switch it over to the If movie, Imaginary Friends, and so we watched that instead. It was nice. I've got the video. I've got a clip of. You can find the picture on my social media on Facebook and my other social media. But
That'd been an ass.
but that was what I was laughing at because that was reminding me of that day when we went.
These are the pants for my custom SpongeBob.
There's Wheeljack. Oh no, he's got a gun! Look, he's got a gun. YouTube, he's got a gun.
Don't do that.
If you get this stream shut down, JB, we'll kick you out of here.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I had to go take care of something. What did I miss?
Drugs.
Nothing.
JB's trying to get us banned.
Yep.
No.
My Roboto is going to be going back to Amazon because it's got a huge defect on the chest.
Oh, did I show you my DL44? Hold on. That was a joke.
Oh, I can't grab mine. You said that. I was going to go grab mine.
No, don't do that.
I can't do that. What about lightsabers? I can hold lightsabers, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Lightsabers are fine.
Just you two don't like guns, apparently.
I know.
Well, I did get a couple things this week, even though I know we've moved past that, but I had to go for a second.
No, you can. Don't show off what you got. Go ahead.
It's your turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pick this up.
Ooh.
Brent,
Quinn kicked you out.
friend of mine was selling this. He's clearing out his vintage collection stuff and he's doing the opposite of what I'm doing. He's going just Black Series. So he was selling this. It's got Rex and Ballast and Gray, and then a Rando Trooper. And
Really cool.
I can always use more troopers.
Absolutely.
So got that. And then the only other thing I got, which I showed you guys in the chat today, I picked up
$10.
$10. Yeah. It says $10. Which, there you go.
It's $10 million.
$10 million. And like I was telling you guys in the chat, like, I don't know what was going through the people's mind that priced this at $10, much less anybody that did not immediately grab this the minute somebody saw it for $10. This thing sells for like $70, dude. Like,
It's perfectly in focus down the $10 list.
there you go. Yeah, this thing sells for like $70. I mean,
Kilowog's always been pricey. Every time the aftermarket, Kilowog's always pricey, no matter what.
to compare him to my new figure.
Yep.
Chunky.
Huge.
He's a chunky one.
So, yeah, $10. I got him. I was very happy. So that's all I got this week. I just got some Star Wars and a Kilowog because I've needed that Kilowog. I don't have another Kilowog, and I've been wanting to get the DCUC Build-A-Figure, but
The problem with the DCUC Build-A-Figure, it's got gold plastic syndrome, which makes it hard to get a good one.
well, yeah, and to put him together, I mean, like either you pay if you try and find him online, he's over $100. If you try to buy the individual pieces, you're going to spend even more. If you buy all the figures, which I do want a lot of the figures in that wave anyway, but some of them I already have that I'd picked up loose, so I'd be rebuying them. And either way, it was going to cost me a lot. And this one is not as big, I think, as that one. That one's, I think, a little bit bigger than this guy. But I like
that's bigger.
and it's got and that one has better articulation because it's DCUC instead of DC Direct. But
The other one also will crumble on you.
yeah, but I like the way this dude looks better. I like the sculpt and everything on him better. So
But this one doesn't give you the opportunity to say Kilowog sent me to the ER.
this is true.
I did slice my hand open on all those old Kilowog pieces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was popping the joint out when I was taking apart. So I got a box of like a DCUC build figure parts, and one of them was a Kilowog one. I think it was the leg, and I pulled it out and just shattered and just sliced my hand open.
When I was a kid, I slipped and fell and had a Batmobile in a toy box, and the fin was sticking out and cut me in the leg. So I have a scar on my leg from the Batmobile.
Mm.
Oh, there it goes. Sorry. I'm losing stuff on my computer.
We've got a side by side of Jada's and Storm Arenas. The guy.
Is nobody going to say their thoughts on this?
And they showed it. Hell, we like, oh my gosh, we're going to talk about that's the thing that's going on right now. We need to talk about it right now. If you don't talk about it now, I'm going to turn the screen off.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you?
That works. Okay. I will say, when you do compare the two, Storm Collectibles 1 does have a much more premium look to it compared to Jada's.
And
Nah.
also on a different style video game, too.
Yes. Which, of course, the video game has more detail on Street Fighter 3 compared to Street Fighter 2. So that's also a factor. But then again, Storm Collectibles has been doing a lot of high quality figures, at least when it comes to their paint and deco work. So to see them do it on a 6-inch action figure is really, really impressed me. And it's kind of like, and it kind of makes me wish that companies like Hasbro and Mattel were doing the same kind of quality with their stuff, but I get why they don't, because it's more widely produced and manufactured. Like this stuff right here, when it sells out, Storm is not going to re-release this stuff. They probably won't. So this is why, because of that, they can put a lot more work into this figure, because once it sells out, it will go up for a high price. But I actually got the Jada one, got that one pre-ordered, and then I got the Storm one pre-ordered as well. I mean, it's definitely a big night and day difference between the two.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Well, the Storm Arenas one does look, looks more high quality and all that. The one on the right's gonna fit in a whole lot better if you have a mixed display.
Yeah.
It's not being quite as stylized. It's gonna fit in better if you got Marvel Legends.
This has got more normal proportions. This has definitely got stylized proportions to it.
Yes.
The one on the right looks like a human being. The one on the left looks like a roid jockey.
It looks like a cartoon caricature.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is what it is. It's doing what it's need to do, but like Steve said, this has got more human proportions.
Yes. I will say too that Storm they are going to be doing his Player 2, the purple Trunks version will probably be a con exclusive. That's why it's blue and yellow, because if you looked at their the leaked pictures, you'll see his trunks are purple, but here they're blue. So it's safe to say that
this weird joint here, he's got abs inside of his abs.
that's supposed to be an ab crunch, is what they're doing. They're kind of doing like what Hasbro did with Spider-Man, where they did the reverse ab crunch.
That's not that style joint. That is something weird.
It's on all the figures. It's on the Ken. It's on the Ryu. So it's not just Sagat.
I'm not saying it's done on the other figures. I said it looks weird.
It does look weird.
Did I say anything about Ken and Ryu? No.
I heard you. I heard you say it.
Yeah, you said it.
I'm blacked out when I said those two, I guess. But I'm just saying it looks weird. His abs have abs.
Yeah.
It literally looks like his abs have abs.
Yeah. I agree.
Muscular enough. I got my abs.
You know, if he did not have that eye patch, this could probably be a really cool custom Hulk to do.
I wonder why. And like, I think Marvel, I get what they're going with here, and that's cool. They're trying to make the ab crunch not as noticeable, so they're making it smaller, which is fine. But I mean, it's also going to make that hinging point more prone to breakage, especially given the type of plastic that Storm Collectible uses compared to like Marvel Legends and Jada. They use a more brittle plastic. But
that is going to be a lot of torque on that one little joint.
Yeah. So, but I get what they were kind of trying to do. And Marvel Legends definitely does it better, but I wonder why. Go back to that Sagat picture. I wonder why nobody has ever done an ab crunch that follows the line of the abs. Like that just, you could do, instead of, see where it's just like cutting abs in half right there?
Mm-hmm.
If you just followed up, because I mean, it's an ab crunch. So because it only moves back and forth, if you cut it at that line up there where you said, and then had it come down around the sides of the muscles, but you could actually do an ab crunch because you could cut it because it only has to hinge back and forth. You could actually cut the sides of the ab joint like that. You could cut them like that to perfectly fit the curve of the abs because it's only hinging back and forth. It doesn't need to be a straight line on the sides like that. So I wonder why no one's ever done that. It would melt into the sculpt of the.
Well, a lot of times, on understanding, they only rough in the articulation on their sculpts, and the factory actually, when they do their tooling, is the one who actually cuts in the full articulation in the joint in all the joints.
That's weird.
And we do know why too. They gave this little tiny ab crunch, so the articulation is not the same as Jada, and it's basically they're like, well, here, Jada Toys, they don't have.
Do we all know this?
Yeah.
Do we all know this?
Yes, they don't have an ab crunch. We're going to give our figures an ab crunch. See, we'll be better than Jada.
Well, here's the thing though. Jada's waist joint is like the G.I. Joe waist joint. It's the ball joint. Which, if you have that ball joint there, you don't need an ab crunch.
Yep.
And you don't have any breaking of the sculpt or anything like that if you get it, because the Jada figures bend over really well between that upper torso joint and that lower ball joint at the waist. They've got great articulation.
That's just such a weird looking piece.
Now, other than that, it's a great looking figure.
Yeah.
Well,
And I can be honest, like,
so weird looking where it kills it for me.
yeah, if it wasn't for, putting that aside, it's a fantastic looking figure. It's well done. And the fact that they're doing it for like $37, $38 is fantastic. So I like it a lot. I wouldn't pick it over the Jada because of the fact that Jada, I mean, I get Storm with their arena line is trying to catch up because they realize they just got smacked down by Jada because they refused to cater to collectors, and Jada came in and did it, and now they're like, oh shit, nobody's going to buy our stuff if we don't figure out what to do.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is,
Well,
unless you were already collecting Storm collectible stuff and therefore might be interested in this arena line, the vast majority of people who were buying this stuff were buying Jada. Jada's probably already, just in a year and a half, sold way more figures than Storm did because their price point was so much lower, and they got it in more collectors' hands. And honestly, there's a lot more people out there like me that were willing to buy Street Fighter figures at a $25 price tag and invest in the Jada line than ever were willing to spend the $60 and up for any. I mean, they were running from $60 to $120 for pretty much any other, unless you wanted to go buy old NECA stuff, right? Like to get 6-inch scale or even 7-inch scale or whatever Street Fighter stuff, you were spending $60 and up to get a figure through SH Figure Arts or Storm or wherever. Most of us, people like me, like I like Street Fighter, I don't like it that much. But at $25, I start buying figures.
Yep.
And so now it's like, well, I can buy this Sagat, and it looks really nice. I like it. I other than that weird ab crunch thing, I got no issues with the figure. It looks great, and it's a good price. However, I've already got a bunch of Jada stuff, and so I'm going to buy the Jada one.
That's the same here. I'm going to finish up my Jada line. And plus, too, it's not fair. Like when they're doing like, oh, this is $35. It's $37. When this first release, what got listed, it was only $29.99.
Yeah.
The price changes happen with what everything's going on right now.
If you search up, go to Big Bad, Jared, and search up Baki, Baki, you can actually see how much Storm's ab crunch really goes. But you got to go up the search bar and type Baki, or you can do that right there. It's for their 6-inch Baki figure. That's yeah, that one right there. So they get him in several.
Cleaner, though. That is much cleaner.
Yeah,
That's doing what Matt was talking about. It's more
That's closer. It still cuts one of the abs
into that ab section, but it looks better.
and they use the ab crunch in some of the articulation pictures on the product shots. They use that ab crunch in some of his action poses. Like right there, there's that crunch. But most of their shots, they're not utilizing it really. Like, see, they just move the torso forward right there.
All right, here's the thing. All right, look at Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Like, why do I need an ab crunch when I can do that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With that ball joint, I can do anything I need to do with this figure, and it doesn't cut into the sculpt at all. So
then when you're not going to notice when you stand straight up, you're not really going to notice that crunch right there.
JB wishes he had an ab crunch like that.
That's what she said.
Look at that smile on his face. He knows what I'm talking about. Going to hell, boy.
How are you, Quinn?
I'm doing excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
How's
Now,
everybody
where
doing
you-
tonight?
We're all doing great, I guess. I mean, my wife is pregnant, so
Damn, get off of her, man. Jesus Christ.
He still hasn't covered who the dad is yet.
Ugh. We're gonna have another JB
that's
Junior
walking away.
running around. Ay, ay, ay.
Son of Ord, the Hama, the Son of Ord, that's only $35 compared to the Sagat.
yeah.
Same size.
I know they were.
That's good. Made of plastic.
They would have charged him more if they gave him a soft goods share like that, like Storm actually did with their own figure, like the collectible version of these characters. If they did soft goods, I guarantee they would have charged an extra $10 for them. Because
Who?
with this figure right here, this character, when
This
they
one?
did
This one here?
when they did the 7-inch scale version of him, his shirt and pants were soft goods. So it was like
We
removable.
like taking their pants off?
No, that was how they were. I watched this anime on Netflix, the English dub, and it actually is really good. It's kind of
You're watching what kind of
No.
anime is this, David? What kind of anime were you watching?
it's basically like Dragon Ball. It's very violent.
The one that
There's
starts with
lots of
H.
But bunch of old up like nearly naked guys wrestling.
Nope. Mostly it's all demons involved and a lot of blood and violence.
Yeah, it starts with Han and ends with something else.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. You see that smile? He knows what I'm talking about. You going to hell, boy?
I might be, but aren't we all?
Not me.
Aren't we all?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I'm a saint.
Sith isn't. Matt's not. Jared's not. I'm not.
I'm gonna become one with the Force. No heaven or hell.
It's False Spot Studios is copying Master Universe Origins and doing Conan in the 5.5 style,
Conan Origins. Nice.
which they look cool. They definitely meant up for your E-Man.
see, I like this because this reminds me of the '80s when
That's why the Origin one does so well.
yeah, well you've had because remember in the '80s you had your He-Man, and then you had like Remco, who was doing all the Warlord figures and the Conan figures and other stuff that would fit right into your He-Man collection. So you could add figures and, have different characters and stuff and other characters that you might have liked. and everything matched up perfectly. So I like this. I like this. If you're collecting Origins, this is the. I mean, look, it's 3 figures. That it's not like it's a whole line of stuff you've got to invest in. It's 3 figures that are going to be really cool. If you already collect Origins, why not?
Yeah. Plus, you get an Origins style skeleton warrior.
Yeah, which is awesome. You could. I guarantee you, but people are going to be doing custom Skeletor out of that. You're like a naked
Skeletor.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they weren't $30 a piece, but I get why.
You could have like a naked Skeletor and Evil in bed together. He's getting boned. No.
Remember.
But these are cool. I kind of dig them. They're basically $10 more than an Origins figure. Of course, Origins when they first came out, they were like $15 or something like that. Then now they're like $20, $17.90. Most of the time they're like $17.99, but on Big Bad they're like $20. Then so this would be like $10 more than what current Origins are.
Which then again, Big Bad likes to overcharge for stuff anyway. So
it's just more likely the discount they get from ordering. The more the cheaper they are, because they can't order as much as Walmart and Target, so they don't get the discount like they get.
True.
Box stores get better pricing points from manufacturers because their volume they buy. Plus, they want to make sure the box stores stay happy. Because that's where we are not the customer, really. It's the retailers that are the customers to Hasbro. The only time it's been like true with customers with the Hasbro Pulse stuff. They started their own site to distribute through. Everybody's doing a Doomslayer.
Yeah.
Mondo has got one coming out. Good day. $300.
Very reasonably priced.
Yeah, 13-inch tall, $300 figure.
For that, Mondo could set themselves apart if they started doing like die-cast pieces and like actually metal armor. Then they could actually like somewhat justify their prices.
See, like doing this here, I don't like this either. It don't have a working laser. Don't advertise it's got like a working laser. Somebody's going to buy this and think that it's actually working. These things glow.
Well, I mean, if it did, then people would be like, well, that basically just part of the cost, I guess, because we have a working laser. So they didn't lie. Now, $300 is a little too much.
Yeah. Oh, and they're only making 666 pieces of it.
Oh, okay, so it's like, so that's why it's like
new base body for customizing.
One with boxing gloves.
Very stylized. Cool though. Looks like it'd be a good base for like an All Might.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's even got the mustache and the eye. Just
All
gotta
Might
take
doesn't
off.
have a mustache.
Just got.
All Might doesn't have a mustache.
Not All Might. What's the one? Conquest? I was thinking of Conquest.
Nah.
Conquest had an All Might.
They're completely different body builds.
Bodybuild's different genres.
I was thinking of Invincible with the bodybuilder because the mustache and head sculpt. I was thinking of Invincible. Sorry.
You should be sorry.
I know I am.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
No, I'm starting a conquest. I already got the head coming, so.
With basically all limited like pieces anymore, like, oh, this is limited to Target only. Now we're in the Diamond distributors. Yeah, it's getting on like wide release from Big Bad Toy Store. Same with the Tigra and Chitara that were Super 7, like were Target exclusives. are now on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store.
I got a customizing question, Jared.
Yes.
Maybe you can help me with this. You think this this new Sentry is a good base for a Superman figure?
Pretty wide chest. You got your color change to deal with.
Well, I was gonna dye it, so it's gonna get dyed blue. And
you could use I guess
Green though.
no, I've dyed yellow blue before.
Okay.
It works. That's what I did with my Bucky. My Bucky that I got, it was that AIM soldier that I dyed.
The only thing that sucks about dyeing, you can't seal it. The dye, if you put paint over top of it and you try to seal it, the dye will leach through the sealer and basically wipe out all your paint.
I don't know. I got to figure something out because I want to do a custom Superman, and I wanted to do I was thinking maybe like Hercules, but I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I like that Sentry, but also I don't like the Sentry too. I see what they were doing. They were fixing the issue with the Grim Reaper torso when they made that new torso, and they're using the Grim Reaper arms, but they pushed them out so far. It's like the arms stick out too far, which I say not like they do stick out too far.
The other option is to go with like Hercules.
Hercules.
Again, I if I go with a Hercules, so I've still got to dye the body. I've got to. Do these come off? No, these are attached to the forearms.
No, they come off.
They do come off. And he's got regular forearms under here. Oh yeah, he does. Okay. But I still got to dye the body, and then I got to figure out something to do with the boobs.
The boobs.
The boots.
these boobs.
That's why I bought a few of those Hyperion 2-packs off Kids Warehouse.
Yeah.
They were like $20 for the 2-packs. So I bought a few of those because they got regular boots, which has the same legs as Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
The X-Men 97 Hero Magneto, that would be a pretty good base spec for a Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's available everywhere. Still.
Wait, the purple one?
Yeah. That's the one I used for Omni-Man.
Where is Omni-Man?
Where is he?
He's not big enough for a Superman. Like, look at him compared to Hercules.
Yeah, your two best bets are going to be either Sentry or Hercules to do a Superman.
He doesn't look big enough.
Now that one would be, or yeah, Hyperion would be good.
Problem with Hyperion, you got the gold diaper piece, which you could actually trim that down. And that could be your trunks.
What's his torso look like under there?
Robo took it apart. I can't remember. It's not as defined, but if you're not taking the whole thing off, I think you could probably be good.
Is it just a ball joint down there, or what's the attachment?
It's kind of like a torso piece, but it's not as well sculpted. I can take one. I got parts of that in one of my fodder bins. I can see if I can get that diaper piece off, see what it looks like.
I mean, we did say Hyperion was, of course, Marvel's version of Superman, so.
Well, so is Sentry, basically. But
so in Gladiator.
Gladiator, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's the best base body to use for a Superman.
This has got Hercules arms.
Probably Hyperion.
Legs, but with smooth boots.
Because you already get a cape. You'll get the diaper piece where, like Jared said, you cut that off.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to use that cape. Well, I'd have to make some adjustments to the. I have to take those
If you take the rings off and
off. I don't know because I don't know how it's attached.
There's little holes right here that they glue in the spot. If you just sand those down and use like an S emblem off of a McFarlane figure, and that would actually probably cover that. But yeah, you can get these cheap off Kids Warehouse, and just for those anybody goes to these sites, save $5 over $50 orders with this code, and save $10 or $100 on this code. But they had a lot of cheap stuff cheap. It's like buying stuff from Ollie's but online. Now this set's actually cheaper on Amazon right now. This 5-pack. It was like $48. Which is a Hercules torso over there. There's your Superman head.
And a Metallo body.
Yeah. Ooh, shit. Come on, I want to get that now. I got the Token Customs sitting in these Metallo heads in resin castings where the base is half ripped off. Damn it, that'd be... Why'd you put that in my head? He actually used that, and he used the upper body, but he used like suit pants, legs on the lower body. He did a really cool custom of that.
I'm sure the proportions would be wrong, but I got you some suit pants here.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to let Matt take over for a minute because I got to go take care.
Andrew's asking about the Remco figures in the 80s. So Motu released, like Remco didn't start making Motu style figures till after Motu came out, but Remco had been around for a while. Remco was making figures for a long time and making toys and stuff like that. Remco kind of had a, they did have some of their own IP. And then they did do figures that weren't just rip-offs of other lines. Well, I mean, okay, so first of all, Remco, I loved Remco in the 80s because they did Crystar and Warlord, and they did a bunch of really cool stuff. And then they did stuff in the style of other toy lines, so that way you could fit that stuff into those toy lines. But they also just bought good IP. Like Warlord was DC Comics. They got the rights to Conan. Crystar was its own thing. That wasn't something that Remco just made up. They would find IP. Another one that they had was the Mighty Crusaders, which was a line I loved. And it was I can't remember the name of the company, but Mighty Crusaders was a comic, like its own little universe they were trying to create. I want to say it either started in the late 60s or 70s, where they were doing like the Comet and the Shield and a bunch of different characters that eventually got brought back in the 90s under the imprint Impact Comics. But they had that line. Remco was really cool because, like I said, they just made good figures. They were usually cheaper than whatever Mattel or Hasbro or Kenner or whoever was selling similar figures for. But they didn't just make generic figures. You know what I mean? They actually went and got IP that fit with whatever the style was they were doing. Like when they were doing Warlord and Conan to fit, in with the Motu craze, well, those characters actually worked, those characters actually worked in that style. It's not like they did, Conan figures that looked like, Star Wars ripoffs, right? Like they were a good company. I thought they made a lot of really good choices. I don't know why. I mean, I don't really know the exact company history as far as why Remco stopped making stuff. But they made some of my favorite stuff from the 80s. Like, I had tons of Remco stuff when I was a kid. Hey, Jared.
He went to Jared's.
Is he frozen, or is he just being really, really still?
He, much like Drax, has mastered the skill of standing so perfectly still, you can't see him.
Yeah, but dogs weren't barking to work better.
Where did JB go? Is he working on number 4?
Yep.
Good Lord.
So many of them know it don't work that way.
Said he wanted twins this time.
Yeah, he's working on a set of twins.
Didn't he just like pick up somebody's kids? He adopt a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's making more. Good Lord, man.
He's raising an army.
Mm-mm-mm.
I lost the screen. Where's it go? Too many windows open.
Here.
Oh my god. Herbals.
All right.
There we go. There's the. So it says $48.76 right now. That's even cheaper than Kids Warehouse.
Ooh.
That's like $9.80 a figure.
Well, less if you count the portal.
Oh, yeah, true. Count the portal as an extra figure.
Yep.
There's only 14 left in stock.
Oh my goodness.
Those will sell out.
I think on one of these days, I want to get one of those base bodies and do like a custom Mezco or.
There's only 13 left in stock.
13 of the muscular bodies?
The 5-pack.
Oh, no.
I just bought it.
Oh, hey. Break out the credit card.
How many's left? You said 14. I'm buying them all.
There was 14, now there's 13 left.
Damn it, Jared. Why'd you have to buy one?
I gotta ruin everything.
Right? I wanted 14 of them.
With
I can't
TK and Goku, and Dragon Ball.
The Metatoys Bear finally on pre-order. It's shown. This thing is huge. It's like 6.5 pounds. The head apparently lights up with LEDs too.
Wow. I can't see anything in that picture.
It looks cool. It'll
bet you it's
definitely get
$150
before the Legions Bear. It will definitely arrive before the Mythic Legions one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like if you're looking at wanting just a bear or like a bear steed ride, like a mount. It's an awesome looking piece. And these orcs are huge too. So you're looking at a good sized bear. I think it's like 145 all in on 5K toys. Yeah. Let's find the graphic. Shall we? Let's play a game. Search for featured pre-order. There it is. $35 deposit. $145 plus shipping, all in. Now, 5K is good to deal with too. If you have any problems, they'll contact the manufacturer, get you replacement parts.
Yeah.
Which I got a Adam Strong arm right here that they replaced for me. I need to put on that body. It's been there for like 3 months on my desk. But I kind of goofed up when I was printing like the hats for you. I printed it and I put it in my wash tank, and I forgot and left it in there all day.
It
So-
shrunk.
They all droopy.
Droopy hats are the worst.
Yeah, I looked at it, it was like it's waving through all the support, between all the supports. It's like crap. I did print Omni heads and tried out the different sizes.
Ooh. I'm waiting for that, and I'm waiting for Cannon said he's making me a cape. So,
Nice,
or not Cannon, Commandant.
very nice. Oh, speaking of, I finished this up. That is my custom original character called Thragon. And I think it turned out quite nice.
I'd say so. I'd pay at least $25 for that one.
I'd buy that for $1. I got the interchangeable arms too. I got the one with the guns, weapon hands. That has two hands. It's got a open pose hand, fist hand, and I had to add some little chrome detailing on it. I got one that's like more like a punching hand, bigger hand.
When we see these hit a toy store, we can buy them. I'd want one.
When everything settles down, or if we can think about that. Right now, I'm working on getting that comic book developed.
Okay. I'd buy it. For sure.
But, turned out pretty good.
And an IROC Camaro.
I'll start looking at the cars here in a second.
Forget that you're on stream and just start.
Yeah, I
scrolling.
start scrolling through my feeds. Like, I like it, buddies.
I like an IROC, man.
Yep.
It makes me feel like I need a mullet.
There's a certain type of mullet you gotta have for each car. There's something called a Camaro mullet. You gotta get that one.
Here's a
5K
Camaro
just
mullet.
listed the 112 scale Snyder Superman.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Yep.
You have to go to social media to find the actual product pictures of it.
That is clearly not Superman. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it posted on X.
Go to 5K.
Which is more majestic, a Camaro mullet or a Fiero mullet?
There we go.
Camaro.
I wonder who that is. I'm not quite sure.
Don't know.
It looks familiar.
I don't know if I should say it so you do, because I don't want it shown on screen, but the Mezco 3-pack, the Superman, Batman, and Flash is on sale for half off right now. So it's $130 for all three.
So it's $100 all in for Cavill Mezco style Superman. Not too shabby looking. I like this. This looks cool. I like vehicles. Crazy looking, like futuristic sky bike. Now this is what those hipsters on the
Book of Boba.
was riding this.
That
It
would
is
make a
good,
whole
like-
lot more sense.
Not space Vespas.
We're back again. Ew, we're so tough.
They look like something that should be on Coruscant, not Tatooine.
The preppy part of Coruscant,
Yeah, who
not the
think
seat part.
these people, these ones who think they're tough when they're not, when they actually see somebody, they're like, That's still hilarious. That slowest ass chasing ever is like when they're chasing the politician.
Yeah.
In the silver car. And they're like, Then it shows like the whole thing was pointless, and Boba Fett just uses jetpack flies in front of the car. That
And
whole series was just terrible.
the whole series did its utmost best to ruin one of the coolest Star Wars characters of all time.
And yes, I understand he played the original Jango Fett and the clones, but they should have cast the actor who played young Boba Fett in the movies. He would have been more age appropriate for the character. The guy who plays Boba Fett, I forget his name. He's been a lot of stuff. He's Aquaman's dad, whatever. He's in his 60s. Boba Fett should be at max 40 in that movie, maybe late 30s.
Yeah. Tatooine does that to people. I mean, you saw what it does to Obi-Wan Kenobi in 20 years.
Yeah, and Uncle Owen and
Amber.
Yep.
I mean, 25 years and they got turned into Darkles, so.
That's true.
Smoking hot.
Well, this is cool. I like it. This is $66 all in. $12 deposit, rest in you pay.
That's not very much for a decent LED light up.
Yeah, with a display base and everything. That's a posable base too. That's a metal wire, little metal stems.
That seems like it would be a good thing for like cable.
Mm-hmm. Or a Hawkeye, even.
Yeah. Cosmic Ghost Rider.
It's just a cool piece. Definitely dig it. Oh, this was one of the guys on the Alpha Proto, I believe, is the one who asked about this. Like he was wanting to make a Dick Tracy, like being the trench coat. If it didn't have the leopard print, you could use that jacket for a Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Polka dot. How visible it is when he's wearing it. Yeah, it's kind of visible. Who is that man? X-Trains wants is going to do another one of the Decepticon Target Masters. They're going to do it in toy and Japanese version. They haven't showed the US version, which is black instead of blue, the cartoon. I think if I was going to get these, I think I'd be more interested in the toy version. I like the more detail.
Yeah.
Then you got, this is the Japanese cartoon. Just very drastically looking different cut designs. Even though it's the same mold, just color scheme, different head, it makes a world of difference. X-Trendros has been nailing it on their masterpiece stuff too lately. They're priced a lot better than like Fans Toys, and and it almost seems like they got former Fans Toys designers working for them now because their qualities went up a lot. And looks like the Grendel figure is finally getting in people's hands. That's been forever coming out. I'm still more excited with the Youngblood stuff. I want to see Badrock.
Yeah.
And I want
We will with
Titan Studios has Supreme too. I want to see Supreme. Get some in-hand pictures of the Studio Series Constructicons, a few more of those. He's going to be, the Devastator is going to be a pretty good sized bot when he's all together. Looking good. Some in-hand pictures of the Hearts of Steel, Optimus and Starscream 2-pack. Which, they look cool. It's kind of odd. I always thought these were kind of cool, like a what if type series thing. But this thing is like from a story 10, 15 years ago or better. It's kind of from an obscure comic from a what if series, and they're doing a figure line set of them. Which, it's cool they're doing them. It just seems like odd. Hey, remember that thing we did about 15, 20 years ago? Let's make toys of that.
That's everything in the entertainment industry right now. You remember that thing from 15, 20 years ago? Let's bring it back.
That's
Let's
true.
do it again.
There's a good size comparison with the leader class Fallen, which Fallen's a good size figure, so they don't. They're probably going to be something. Looks like it probably will be something. Probably around about Transformers 1 Prime. I dig 'em. Yeah. You got the talk about boss fight. We talk about Street Fighter. We talked about these before, but the pre-orders I think went up for them. The Gangster Turtles. Mondo is doing their Mum Ra pre-order, which $280. Their stuff is so damn expensive.
I mean, they tempted me with that Batman Beyond figure. I may end up trying to find that one in secondhand because
this thing is gorgeous too. It is a beautiful piece, but man, dropping $300 for a 12-inch figure is it's
14-inch.
14-inch.
Who do they think they are? Transformers?
Do what now?
Who do they think they are? Transformers?
I know.
Well, at 14 inches, it's well worth the price. If it was 12 inches, that would be an issue, but 14.
If you're a Thundercats fan, though, that is a nice piece.
I mean, be honest. How much would you pay for 14 inches?
Not enough.
Never enough.
Ammo?
I want the dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? It's a great looking piece. We're getting some direct the figures they were talking about through the announcement last week. They finally showed some of the figures. We're getting a Giblet and Shallot.
$90 for Shallot, and then the other one is $110. They are charging way too much for these figures. Way too much.
Wonder it's basically look like variants of Gohan.
It is. There is no point of these figures, and I get it. It's like we're talking about with Turles, and we're like, why are the obscure side characters so much compared to a Goku and Vegeta with being $30 bucks, $35? Because again, these probably won't. Not many of them will get made. The bodies don't really get reused that much because they're only essential to that certain character. When you have a Goku and Vegeta, those can be reused time and time again because Vegeta and Goku always have so many looks. So those bodies can be reused. But I would have picked them up, but $90 and $100 and $110 is just way too much.
Oh, absolutely.
These are not worth it.
Was talking about they were going to do a Masterpiece Galvatron, then as soon as they announced that, not long after that, Fans Toys announced their Galvatron 2.0. They call it Sovereign 2.0, and it looks great too. But I have the original Sovereign figure, which their Galvatron. It's like it is an improvement over the original, but does it make me want to spend another whatever it's going to cost to buy it or the second version? Nah.
And these two characters are based off the Dragon Ball Legends game, which I have played, and it's not bad.
More Walking Dead, 3.75-inch figures.
3.75. That's Matt's kind of scaling.
Toys.
These look cool.
Yep.
Be great for a little troop builder.
Could be like Destro's personal army. Put those with him, and they'd be like, "Oh, well, Destro's got his own crew now."
How much are these? $26.99. Not a bad looking figure. Good loadout. You get the connectable bases with like all their stuff. Very cool. Talk about that. We got the High Toys again, doing a Mecha King Gordita. I like that.
Gordita?
Tortillas.
Tortillas.
Matt just heard Mexican food and just had a
What?
really long
Yeah,
answer.
Tortillas. I want a tortilla. You want me to order it? Here.
What did you just say, JB? What word
Taco?
did you just utter out of your mouth? Say that again.
Taco?
No.
What did he say? I missed it.
How did you pronounce tortilla?
My tortilla.
White people.
SH Figuarts, Dr. Zero and Android were like $100 plus, which made no sense. Yeah, all their side characters are super freaking expensive.
Yeah.
You Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta you can get cheap, and Gohan, regular Gohan, not any kind of special form Gohan. But anything else, you're paying up the ass for it.
Because they know people are going to pay the $90 to $110, especially people who review Dragon
You got this point though. They make Goku and Vegeta cheap because people are going to buy them, and they're going to buy a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to sell as many the $100 figures because you're going to only get the hardcore collectors going to buy those. If they were priced the same price point as Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, and Goku, you would sell more. There's this point where cost versus like profit type things, like you're going to undercut yourself if you make the price too high. Then people won't buy as many. If you make it, you're cutting out a huge chunk of sales by making your shit too expensive.
Mm. Well, we do know this. Either Blackwood Toys or Demoniacal Fit is going to take those molds and they're going to make them, because especially Demoniacal Fit, they've got a habit of reissuing, basically making, resculpting and doing the characters and figures that Tamashi already released. So they're already going to be releasing the Goku and Gohan 2-pack that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive last year. They're going to be releasing that hopefully by the summer. So I would not be surprised if they do Shallot and the other one at the end of, probably by the end of the year. Like once these hit, they'll be making, once these hit and they get the models and everything, they are going to make those figures and they will be cheaper. Like
with the Mecha King Gordilla, I keep wanting to say Gordilla.
Gordilla.
I want a Gordilla real bad for him. But well, the Mexican place will be closed time we get in the show.
I want Mexican food now. I'll call it in.
Yeah,
But,
where you live.
the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla Kong movie, it'd be kind of cool if they bring him back as a cyborg like this. Because King,
Gordita.
well, I can't say his name tonight. I can say his
Gordita.
name.
Ghidorah.
Gordita.
But, he can regenerate. That's what took over the Mecha Godzilla. His personality actually started to reinitiate and took over the mech. So it's possible they can actually bring him back and have be a cyborg. These figures are going up for pre-order finally.
The question is Matt going to get one?
They're $56 per figure, which makes me not want to get all of them, but makes me want to at least get to Clarence Monitor. You're coming with me, dead or alive.
Matt's shaking his head no. He disapproves. He doesn't approve.
They're 7-inch scale. Matt doesn't buy 7-inch scale.
NECA could obviously do these if they wanted to, but they're choosing not to due to getting the rights to the actors' likenesses.
Well, this is a small company doing that, and they're doing them for $56 a piece.
I know. If NECA did it though, the price would have been cheaper if NECA actually did the characters. The price would have been cheaper. Because they would have found a way to charge them $30-some like they do for their usual figures. So, will we have gotten as much accessories with the characters? Probably not. But still would have got them for a lot better than what the company's charge. But then again, like you said, it's a smart company, so it makes sense they charge more for these. Because also these are also like first time sculpted stuff, so, and hand painted. So
They look cool. I like them. They're, oh, if they were a little more affordable, let's go. Let's say talking about we're going to be. It's an overseas company, and they're going to get hit with tariffs.
mm. Does a company have to follow the tariff ordeal, or can they choose not to?
Which is weird though. Individual figures. Normally, it's like if you order over $800 worth of merchandise, when you get supposed to get hit with that.
Yeah.
Ordering a single figure, it seems like you shouldn't be getting hit with it. So I got this in what last week or week before from shows.
Yeah, last week. It was a week before.
No tariff because individual things shipped to me. It's $40, and I didn't pay no tariff.
It's only when companies import stuff.
That's what it's supposed to be. If individuals have to order like up to $800 worth of stuff to even remotely get hit with anything. So
Keep in mind, it says here if you order it, it's going to be about $40 shipping. So you're
and did you notice too how on Big Bad, if you go to where we were talking about in the beginning, Storm Arena, the Ryu and Ken, they have exclude tariffs supercharge. If you click on Sagat, he does not have the tariffs supercharge. He doesn't have it.
supercharge.
Yeah, where they say on there excludes tariffs.
Surcharge.
I don't know where I got supercharge. I was thinking of something else. But it
You-
excludes tariffs.
So you boost? You like boosting?
No.
Boosted boys.
No. Surcharge, not supercharge. Surcharge.
We're getting like the mecha like turtles we see before. They're getting like gold bedazzled versions.
Oh, shiny.
That's Robo's favorite turtle too, Donnie.
Donnie is the best turtle.
By
Jet
far.
turtle.
These look awesome. All these mecha turtles.
Say to be wrong.
Oh, who's the best turtle, man?
Best turtle.
Raphael.
You just like him because he's angry all the time. You like him because he's angry.
Okay, so
You're an angry
as
turtle.
an original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan from before y'all were even born, reading the comics and the original cartoon and the original movies, again, from before either of y'all were born, Raphael was always the best turtle, hands down.
But
I'll give you Donatello was a strong number 2.
I was around for the best Ninja Turtles series in
Angry
2003.
turtle.
2003
Or Donatello.
was awesome series.
Donatello
Angry
was the
turtle.
best.
That's all Matt wants. An angry turtle. Ugh.
He's not just an angry turtle. That is so twisted.
Now, Raphael was the best character in that 2012 TMNT movie. I will agree with that. He was cool in that.
In the 03 cartoon, they made him a lot all the time. He was usually angry. So that's why I call him the angry turtle, because he was angry in the 2003 cartoon.
Yeah, he was angsty.
Because
Yeah.
that's all you know of him. So you little fetuses can get out of here with your childish opinions about Ninja Turtles.
I don't know how they're dealing with like eBay stuff.
I wouldn't think you would get tariff on that because
If it's
You're an
going from-
individual.
and shipped from Canada to here, but normally it shouldn't. But eBay, the government's got involved and try to make eBay like a Amazon, which it's not. Because it's a online.
It's
garage.
it's just facilitating the sale. It's not selling anything.
Yeah,
Right.
but they've turned it into where you're supposed to guarantee like products, even stuff. It's like this is mint in box, and never opened it. If they open it up and there's a defect to it, they want me to take care of the defect. This is the thing I bought and been sitting on my shelf. No,
yeah. And
that's what eBay wants you to do now.
eBay takes like
And
a
they take way
large
too many
chunk.
fees.
I've had it to where like I will sponsor an ad, and then I'll delete the ad, and then like a month later it'll sell, but then they still take the ad revenue from the post. Like I deleted the ad. Why am I still getting charged the fee?
Because they're bastards.
Makes no sense. That's what the B in eBay stands for.
Bastards.
Electronic bastards.
Yep. Monkey King looks cool. Dream Studios 5 presents a fierce repetition of Mythic Warrior, mech armor. Where do you see mech armor? He's not wearing mech armor.
I think they're calling his armor mech.
That's not mech.
No,
It's not, but that's what they're calling on the post is mech armor.
That's what I just said. Why are they calling it that? It's like you.
I don't know. Why don't you message them and see? Ask why y'all calling it mech?
They're not calling it mech. The company's calling it mech. Who's making the thing?
You're just making an observation.
I think they meant metal, and they wrote mech instead of metal.
Maybe. We looked at that 2 weeks ago. We looked
I
at
was doing a Apollo Creed in a 1/12 scale.
that thing was way too pricey. What was it? Over $100? Was it like $100?
Well, let's see.
If I remember right, it was like $100.
$15. Full price $74.99.
Okay.
That's not bad for all that stuff you get. You get a ring and a stand and a chair,
Yeah, you get a
a
lot.
bunch of hands, cloth goods. That
Very good likeness too.
cloth goods look good. They don't look baggy or like they look.
They look like they in scale, not just. If you pick the wrong material, it just looks weird. On small scale, it'd be like it needs to be a tight weave.
AK is showing off his articulated feelings side. he likes the gun made.
We looked at that.
Where not? What is it? There we go. Gun made.
That's pretty good.
1/12 scale. That's rifle. What's your thoughts, Mr. Matt, on the rifle?
It's fairly accurate. Yeah, looks good.
Mark 18.
You got wait, go back one.
Yeah.
All right.
And Peck on top.
Quad rail, old school. FDE Trigicon. We got standard. Although that's a freaking Tapco magazine, which nobody would use. So that's
Well, I think the magazine comes out. So
yeah, but that's a Tapco magazine. Nobody would use a Tapco magazine. Stock could be Magpul. Got a quad rail. Trigicon sight. I mean, it's pretty standard setup, except for that Tapco mag.
How much is it?
sold out.
Don't matter. It's sold out.
No.
They didn't even put a link up because it's sold out.
No. Of course, everybody wants the gun.
If I was a articulated feelings type of collector, that's one I would definitely look at.
There's a Megatron.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get this one. It's from Mastermind Creations. It's from the storyline called Stormbreaker.
Even the company that does Transformers model kits, they made this version of Megatron in a set, and I'm planning on getting that one. Hopefully.
I got the Optimus from the same story, and that's really nice.
Hmm.
This is wild looking creature.
Sexy ice.
Very insectoid-ish. Now that's cool looking.
Anybody want a horse?
I need a horse. I'll need one for Jonah Hex.
The problem is though, his legs don't move that way.
No, he'll have to stand next to it.
Yeah, it's an old DC Direct figure, and they're like articulation.
What's that?
We put some cuts in there for you.
The weird thing is they like put him in like a weird like walking gait, and so he doesn't really stand right or walk right.
He fits
Yep.
on a McFarlane fan stand really good.
He does.
So that's what I'm sitting on right now.
I wonder how hard it would be and how much work you would have to do to just make a DC Direct do what DC UC does, which is just add that hinge that kicks out, you know?
Yeah.
You'd have to cut it. You'd have to install a pin. But I bet you could do it if you wanted to. It wouldn't do much. I mean, you'd only have back and forth, and then they would kick straight out if you put that hinge there in the hip.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you can do it if you really wanted to.
Memory Toys is they're getting. We showed this one last week. It's getting close. They've been advertising Lemonade. That's how this one, Warcraft figure. And I think that is all I have. Mr. Matt, if you have anything.
I do have some stuff here.
Close everything out.
First off, Spin Master are giving us some old school,
Yeah,
vintage Superman stuff.
those are cool. I like those.
So we're getting a Superman the movie. We got two Jor-Els, black and white suit. We got Lois. We got Lex Luthor, Superman. And
I love the fact that Lex comes with his wig toupee.
yeah. I mean, look, if you collect the superpowers stuff from McFarlane, like this is a no-brainer. Like,
Yeah.
it's same scale. Basically, it's the same
These
thing.
are made too, where they can be wall hangers too.
Yeah,
Very nice looking cards.
these are cool, man. Like, I don't collect this type of stuff, but like what you're saying, just to like hang them up on the wall like this would be cool. Just to pick them up for that. I would never pull them out of the package, but
That's the same. If I had them, I'd just leave them as they are.
I just use them as like wall decoration.
It's like I bought those classic Ultraverse figures. It's still a mint on the card. I'm hanging on the wall. That's all I'm ever going to do with them. Like they're
And think about this: with the release of that new Superman movie figure, it would be nice if Spin Master could do these in 6-inch scale.
It would be.
I would
It'd be
love
cool, but I don't think they're gonna. I mean, the only reason we're getting this right here is because it was probably something that was already in the works and already getting set up. Because I mean, with Mattel getting everything back in like a year, like Spin Master's not gonna. They're not gonna go out of their way to do new stuff. So everything Spin Master's releasing, I am certain, is stuff that they already had in the pipeline. They're not gonna come up with anything new. So. Because why would they? I mean, if they tried to do something new as of right now, it wouldn't cut. I mean, they wouldn't even be able to get it out till after they lose the license. So,
Yeah.
But these are definitely cool. We got the new 2-pack from Origins. This is like the classic redo 2-pack.
Yep. Yeah, I completely missed like that. That was in Dispara.
So they're gonna pump this out. The pre-orders have sold out. This is at Target. It's $45 for this 2-pack. Pre-order sold out. It will come back, and there's probably other places that had it. I don't know where. The only place I've seen it is at Target.
Creations, Mattel Creations will have it up whenever it comes out. They'll have it on their website. Usually they do get Target exclusive stuff as well. Like usually a month before the pack, whatever it is, releases.
So, but these are cool. I like them because it's the classic stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool there. This is the Loyal Subject dropped this little video thing for their mask line.
Man, their mass vehicles are looking great.
Yeah. So it ain't much. It's just little animation.
A little higher than I was expecting, but they're more likely going to be really good quality.
Yeah. They look cool. Let's see what else we got. I just thought this was awesome. Somebody did a Wonder Man.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at it the other day.
Clean looking, dude. Like,
He used the new Punisher body with G.I. Joe classified arms, like for Gung Ho for Sergeant Slaughter.
it's a really, really clean looking, nice, simple. Why can't Marvel Legends do this? There's no reason Marvel Legends couldn't do this Wonder Man right here.
We need a new Wonder Man too. Simon is the figure we got was on the Grim Reaper body, and it's not the best figure. The head sculpt decent on it, but
I'm trying to figure out what head sculpt this is. That's a good head sculpt for him. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like a Superman head sculpt, but that's kind of what Wonder Man looks like anyway. So,
oh yeah, I made back in the day when we didn't have Marvel Legends like 6-inch scale. I used Superman heads to make custom Wonder Man heads.
yeah,
I would use that head for Superboy, like Connor Kidd.
Oh, that'd be great for Connor.
Injustice,
Yeah.
Injustice style, or not Young Justice style.
Yep.
is that a
That is the Punisher.
no,
body.
that's not Sentry. Who is it?
Punisher, the new one.
Punisher. Okay.
It's got a diaphragm joint,
Yeah. All right.
but the arms are from like Sergeant Slaughter or like Robot. At least from the bicep down. It's got pinned arms, and the sculpt's very recognizable as G.I. Joe.
Then I saw this one. This was just cool. Somebody did a. It's a pretty basic kit bash. There is some paint there, but we've got the Cavill Superman body. He threw the trunks on there from that Page Puncher Superman,
Mm-hmm.
and a custom Brandon Routh head with a cape. And he's done some, I think I've showed some of this dude's stuff before, so I think we've seen these, but this one's the new one.
I dig that Kingdom Come Brandon Rao.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. He pops stuff up on there, but he's got a bunch of Superman figures, and it's supposed to be Dean Cain. But I dig this because I like this one because it's pretty simple, man. I mean, he just took the Henry Cavill one, basically brightened up the paint, cloth goods cape, custom head, Page Puncher shorts. It looks good. It looks really good. This one here, more. I wanted to show this one just because the paint sculpt, like the head sculpt on this, looks fantastic. The paint work's not the best on the figure, but he did a great job on the head. I love it when they do good head. Come on,
So
no
are,
one?
are we? I'm not touching that. The 10-foot pole.
Mhm.
I think we're out of spoiler territory enough to say the only issue I have with this movie is that the new Avengers is like 4 super soldiers.
Yes.
It's a lot of repetition there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they work well together, but it's like having 4 of the same character on the team. They all punch and shoot things.
Yep. And then lastly, this dude built this monstrosity from Exo Squad.
That's wild.
That is crazy. And you can see these are 1/18 scale figures here. And you can see, like, I know this right here, this piece right here with the handle on it, that's from a the name of that company that sells the Walmart brand G.I. Joes. Why am I blanking on the name? Somebody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is a plane that they did that he took the wings off, and I don't know what all he built this from. But you see there's the picture of it there. But this is freaking sweet. This piece here and this piece here, this was, I believe, a helicopter. from Walmart.
I think he said Action Force.
Lannard.
Leonard.
Lennard or Lannard. Yeah. This was a plane. This was a helicopter. This whole back piece, I don't know what it was. But damn good job putting all that together to get that. Freaking huge, dude.
And what is it supposed to be from?
Exo Squad.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is huge.
Does that look like part of the Defiant?
It is. Yep, that's the shuttle.
That's from Expensive Fodder.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice this giant Gundam in the back. I think it looks pretty slick too.
Oh yeah. There was a good picture of it. Oh, he had a
It
better.
was like the first picture. You can see it.
Yeah.
Well, I did get Sector regular the channel. He did send me the McFarlane Cyborg Superman.
Nice.
I got it, and I forgot to show it what stuff got. They want to do some paint work on it, put the missing paint and washes on it. Because one thing, it always bugs me when they do this Cyborg Superman figure. All of the cybernetic parts are shiny silver. It's not how it looks in the comics.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and we got. You showed up the Motus thing. I forgot to show this. So this is the next figure. It's going to be dropping tomorrow.
She-Ra.
It is She-Ra, and she is a member of the Horde.
Or at least her look from the new Revelation cartoon.
This predates Revelations.
Yeah, she was made originally in Masters of the Universe Classics.
Yep.
I actually
Okay.
It was before JB was born.
Yep. Baby's just a fetus.
Yep.
Always have, always will be.
You have to find somebody younger than you to come on the show before we can quit calling you that.
Never gonna find anybody younger.
Yeah, don't say that out in public, JB. That just sounds bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
But what's cool? I'm gonna see if I can get one. But the problem is, Mattel Creations, it's got the same problem Mattel's always had. Their websites cannot handle an influx of people, and it crashes. That last sale
Those
they
swords, man, those are just reused from Fisto and Triclops or whatever. Yeah, they should have made all new swords.
Yep.
But anyways, gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I got busy, so I wasn't really on the stream too much today. But I did listen to you guys, and it was very entertaining. But hopefully, I'll be on a little bit more next week. So until next time.
See ya.
What is Jen saying? Mutant symbiotes? What?
He wants to see your mutant symbiotes.
The fuck is a mutant symbiote?
I think that Xenomorph symbiote you got. That Venom that looks like a Xenomorph.
Oh, I'm not pulling him off the shelf. He's gonna knock down 500 other things.
That might be why he's wanting to see.
Oh, hell no. The only actual mutant symbiote I have is I got the Deadpool Venom. He's a mutant and a symbiote.
Which I understand why it's got this symbol. There's one panel art like you can find like where he's got that, but he should have a Sinestro Corps emblem there.
Mm-hmm.
A Superman emblem. Not a House of L emblem.
Yeah, mine's got the black and white symbol.
They actually painted the red on the chin on the Target exclusive one. They didn't put it on the regular one, and they paint the eye yellow on the regular one. Is he missing paint too? Can we see? I can't. Don't show the back of the leg. That is a weird looking head sculpt.
Yeah, I like the upper torso. I like the big ass.
Does it look like he's
He's like,
running?
Lois, where's my glasses? Like he's yawning. He's taking a sip.
He's yawning because he's being forced to fight Godzilla, which really wouldn't be that big of a issue for Superman if comic creators or comic writers were.
Yeah, everything. When they do these crossovers, everybody forgets how to use their powers properly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got to do that a lot too of DC because most DC characters are so OP. When they put them in a team like Justice League team, they got to like depower all of them, or what's the point of all of them being on the same team? They will take out down everybody within seconds. And yep. And so,
AK says maybe they were the monsters, planet of the symbiotes. Does that clear things up any?
is there something new toys wise? Oh, Super 7 announced they're going to be basically laying everybody off and stopping production.
No.
I'm so sad that the worst toys company in the world is going to be doing that. That overcharges for their...
What am I going to do now with my huge Super 7 collection?
Who overprices their figures that they've ripped off Mattel for years with the Master Universe Classics. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I just found a couple of customs while searching through X. I thought this one was pretty interesting. This is one of the Eternals bodies being used for Dormammu, and of course, the cape is Prowler's cape from Spider-Verse. Then, of course, the two heads are Ghost Rider. So I thought that was a pretty interesting one to share.
Is that Ghost Rider or is that Magic?
And Ghost Rider.
Those are magic skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic skulls.
No, they came with magic.
Yeah. All right, I got more to share. Hang on.
Oh, and Ad Popium shut down Diamond. Fired everybody. Except for maybe like one or two people. The Diamond Select and the Diamond comic distributors. So Diamond's not putting out comics right now.
There. So I got another one to share. I got two more. This one and I got another. So here's a little custom I thought was interesting. Somebody took the War Machine body or Iron Man body and is turning it into sort of a Iron Man sort of Ultron hybrid. I thought it was pretty cool. So that was a really cool one.
Super 7 has one fan.
That
So I got
makes me
this.
wonder too what was going on with too. Super 7's like halting production. They were being subcontract with Hasbro to do the O-Ring Joes, and their O-Ring Joes were going to be cartoon based. So, that would be a suck to see that one go, and they were actually priced pretty good at $20. People were looking at Diamond and took one of their books with a business model and said, "No, we can do it better." And the Diamond, they basically going to. I would see them overhauling the entire thing and doing their own thing, just buying basically the name. And I'm willing to bet, like we were talking about last week, all their license deals with Diamond Select Toys will be going to NECA.
Mm-hmm. It would make sense. I mean,
I can see them doing something in lieu too with where Todd was been releasing DC Direct molds under McFarlane Toys, the stuff that didn't get released, like the Annihilus, War Machine, and stuff like that, could possibly still get released, but under the NECA branding. So NECA could be doing 7-inch Marvel. Did you find anything else, JB?
I did have one more thing. It's on there. I had one more custom show up. So this right here is a person took one of Robo's ideas of a recipe made and made Punk Rock Rogue. It's pretty simple custom, of course. Matt could even do this one, probably with his eyes closed.
What's that supposed to mean? That was unnecessary and inaccurate.
Jab at Matt for no damn reason. It's like,
It was a compliment. Insult.
that did not sound like a compliment.
The shit was that a compliment?
Even Matt could do this one.
Even Matt could do this.
I said
Even
Matt
monkey
could do
eyes.
his eyes closed. It's a compliment.
That's not how you phrase that.
I meant to phrase it as a compliment.
Give a monkey a chainsaw. He could probably figure it out in a couple of hours.
Matt, I think you could even you could do that one.
I think you could. If you really, really, really applied yourself, you could do that one.
Yeah.
JB, get back here so we can bully you.
Left.
I'm gonna be honest. The Phantasm is by far my favorite of these DC Direct figures. I've always liked the Phantasm, and for whatever reason, this figure just does it right. It's way better than that. I don't know why they made that Batman Beyond figure so small.
We are getting a Hot Toys Lilo Stitch $215 at 15 inches tall, so it's
So I did go see that. That's the only live action Disney remake I've seen, and I did go see it, and it was actually pretty. I mean, it was like a 95% shot for shot remake of the original movie. It didn't have the same soul that the original did, but it was pretty good.
yeah.
And it also had a really low budget compared to a lot of them. I heard it was like $100 million total budget.
Well, it's originally it was supposed to go to Disney Plus, but they wanted to have they didn't really have anything to really release for Memorial Day, so they're like, well, let's put this Disney Plus movie out to theaters, which is why it is low budget, because it was originally made to just go on Disney Plus streaming service. It's supposed to be like an exclusive movie to that streaming service, but they changed it to go out to theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's by far the best Disney live action remake. I mean, that's not saying much, but it is. As someone who grew up with the original, I did enjoy it.
I mean, my local theater is actually started showing it today, so we'll probably go see it Monday, hopefully.
You're not on the same level as me. I saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
I think even JB could enjoy that one.
well, my kids might actually enjoy it. We showed them Transformers 1, and here's, okay. So I showed my boys Transformers 1, the anime movie. Halfway through the movie, I've got my 4-year-old saying, I don't like these robots. Can I go to bed now? Never heard him say anything like, I don't like robots. So,
you put him up for adoption the next day? Like,
no.
not in this household.
No. Anyway, let's look at Jared's artwork. Let's look at this.
This is not my artwork. I commissioned Ramar Brunson to do this for me. It's 2 of my characters. The Lord versus Guntia, which I love how he did this, which I've talked about this before. There's a Bruce Timm style. That's what he's inspired for. It's even signed up after Tim. And I had took my hand and added some colors to it. And I love the Bruce Timm style on this. It's just got such movement, action.
Yeah. And AK, the number one best popcorn bucket is the Dune 2 worm.
Yeah. I dig it. I love it. Love how this turned out. I actually been talking with him about turning my first chapter into a comic, and I think this would be a cool style on that.
I think it would look great. Oh, I love Bruce Timm style.
Yeah.
Anything. When they did that Justice League Fatal 5 versus the Fatal 5 movie, I was so pleasantly surprised. I was like, it felt like going back home.
There's a big convention that they have in North Carolina, Heroes Con, and he's actually going to be set up there, which is a long haul for him, 3 hours for me. So I'm thinking about going down there and hitting that up. My other friend that did the other piece for me on this, he's sitting up there. He lives locally. Heroes Con is freaking huge. It is one of the biggest cons I've ever been to. You can build a building inside of the building, and the floor area where they have the con at.
Yeah,
It's absolutely massive. I think it's like 3-story. When you come in and you look, they got windows where you can look down. It's like just, I'm sitting there like kidding around, like where I'm getting old. It's like, yeah, I got my dad's rollator walker out in the garage. It works as a seat too. But yeah, I was very happy with how this turned out, and I very appreciate Brunson doing that for me. Well, look there. It's time for end the show.
It's about that time.
Mr. Matt, JB, Sith.
yeah, absolutely.
Always a pleasure. Are we going to do anything tomorrow?
We'll have a Geek Chat tomorrow night.
Okay. We were talking about doing a comic book review on it, but
Whatever you guys want to do.
I haven't reread it yet.
Ooh.
It's the only one that did his homework.
I'm the only one that did it. I mean,
I read the full Thor comics. I haven't got a chance to read the rest yet.
So
You read the-
read
you
everything
read
out of order.
wait, you read the 4 Thor comics? Just the Thor comics? So you
Just
skipped
The story
like
didn't make any sense to you then.
you skipped like
Yeah.
6 issues in between each Thor comic.
Mm.
Alrighty, well, we got the Geek Chat tomorrow night on Matt's channel, so we'll catch y'all next time. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out with us. We'll catch you later. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Vanish.